Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Switch here with the first Magic the Gathering opening video, and also this is going to be a beginning on this channel, some new era. So suddenly or finally I realized what I really want to do. Although I used to play Magic back in the days, but that was like before Christ, so I don't remember anything at this point. So what I try to say, I'm a total noob right now. I don't know any mechanics, and so far I just read two colors from the streets of New Capenna, so it was white and blue. But gradually, what I will be trying to do on this channel is going to be obviously on the beginning the budget decks. From my point of view, I will be learning the game, and I will try to do frequent content on Friday and Saturday basis. So we're going to have like a Friday drafts, which is Friday Magic Night, and I used to done this a lot back in the days. Obviously we're talking about the physical version of the game, so I was popping out to the shops like you probably guys doing these days. And then actually online arena is a great opportunity if you either don't have a local store and either you just don't want to go anymore, you're not fancy, because well, at the end of the day it's really cozy, and especially if you have like already, you know, hard day at work, so you just probably want to sit down and chill out. So we're just going to jump into it. Available now, Streets of New Capenna. Sorry, excuse me why I'm shouting, but I'm actually really excited, even though I'm like totally clueless. But I'm so excited about it. Okay, so just gonna get started. Obviously I bought the packs, because that's the opening, right? Yeah, that's probably how it's supposed to be, right? We need the packs to open them. But before I will start, because this video I just want to talk a little bit about like what's going on. So firstly, I have, well, we have in the vault 45%, so this is like really good, nice adjustment, because there wasn't be like that. This is like today patch giving us the opportunity to see one more time, because I believe so back in the days we were able to see the vault as well, although I don't know what the percentage means. So yeah, I can't explain that, but let's see. At least I know it's 45, so probably we have to go to 100, whatever. What I tried to say and show you guys, I just have one rare. I have like 3 mythics or 4 mythics, like maybe 1 common, 2 uncommons, and 0 rares. So I crafted a few cards, but I'm just total new player, noob, without any library. So my goal right now is going to be, well, go to golds and maybe platinum this month, and then try to figure it out, understand, you know, the game, learn the stuff, and gradually just build up my library. So it's definitely going to be like just totally casual content on my channel, because simply, well, I can't afford to, you know, buy out the library. Probably nobody in the universe and the world is able to buy everything at one day. So I was just trying to do this gradually on Fridays, just by playing the drafts. Although I will be like totally noob with the drafts. I never was good at drafting anyway. I was back in the days playing only the T2, which was standard. And then, well, what I want to add to it. So yeah, as you can see, like new player, no library, only the starter decks. We're having only the starter decks. That's what I have. And the idea for the channel is obviously the Friday draft. So I'm the silver. Yay! I'm the silver player. And Friday draft, Saturday, maybe I will be showing my current deck, like a budget deck. And obviously I wanna try to jump into the standard on the September. Okay, and with that being said, this is everything what I want to announce for right now. I'm just going to carry on or crack on to the packs, and we're just gonna crack them on. And there's a new feature in this patch. We can open 10 packs at once, but do we really want to do it? I think I don't want to, because the thing is I just only read a blue and white color, so for me I need to understand, read. So this video probably will be like mega long video. I think like it's going to be an hour or longer, but I don't mind if somebody want to listen and have a laugh probably from me. That's good, that's healthy though. And maybe tomorrow I will do the video which is going to be like really short, and after figuring out which mythics, rares, and also, well, there are commons and uncommons which are great, addition. There are like lots of commons probably which are really great and everybody wanna play them. But what I try to say, tomorrow I will just showcase the rares and the mythics, which I think they are really great. Although I can't, you know, I can't really stretch the which one are like really, you know, meta good, because I just don't know. Okay, so the 5 mythics ones, we're just going to left this for the end of the video, obviously, and we're just going to open or cracked the first pack. Alright, I already like the having like wild cards, because as you can see, my pool of wild cards is like really low, or literally nothing, but that's going to change after this opening. So we're having like a common land, Skybridge Towers. Skybridge Towers enters the battlefield tapped and add 1 or white or a blue mana, which is basically my favorite decks are white, blue, or the black. The white, blue, black, or some like really fast aggro. Like, doesn't matter which color is it, but usually it's a red. Yeah, red deck wins. So either red either controls decks. That's what I'm aiming for on the beginning. I'm not even thinking about some net decking pro decks or whatever, just simply because we don't having a card. But also, you know what, guys? Back in the days when I was a kid, I used to like try to aim to that net decking and stuff. And the thing is like, if you just jump straight away, I just realized this right now because I don't have any cards and I just have to figure it out my own way. But this is actually really entertaining. I mean, okay, I suck in really hard, I'm in silver, but it's actually really entertaining to losing the games with your own deck. I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but okay, whatever. Righty, so we're having like bunch of green cards. This is like crazy for the draft. Like, this is like crazy. Like, imagine that. Like, everybody need to pick the card, but all cards are green, isn't it? That's crazy. I never had a situation like that, honestly. Like, obviously those two are white, so that might be like a different color. If that will be like not the case of the white cards, if you know what I mean. But that's not the case. So, Jesus, I know. I like HD, OCD, and everything. That's me. You have to get used to that. So we're having the card for 5 mana. Like I said, a green color, I have no idea. Take to the streets. 4 colorless, 5. And the 1 green. We have the sorcery speed, and the creatures you control get +2/+2, so it's a sort of overrun. Back in the days, they used to be a card like +3/+3, I think so. And until end of turn, so I like that. And the citizens you control get an additional +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Even better though. Citizens, I don't know, that is like a creature citizen. Yes, it is, because I just noticed the glimpse of the other card, which is the human citizen. So if we're running citizens, they're actually getting +3/+3 and vigilance. Although the vigilance is not really the important factor of overrun opponent, because at the end of the day, if they have the blockers, well, we're not really going to kill them. So the trample or the flying will be like really nice addition. So I already thinking about like those 2 cards we can just combine with the white flyers or blue flyers, like a green, white, blue. But we'll see about that. So we have the Civic Gardener for 2 mana. I'm just going to simplify this. I'm not going to read all the time like 1 green, 1 colorless, because, well, that's obvious, right? So we're having the creature for 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever Civic Gardeners attacks untap target creature or land. So that's really nice, though. I mean, we can untap the land on the combat phase, and the other our phase. Just going to play something for 1 mana for the aggro. I think is alright. Although I don't know there's going to be played. Like, the people are going to play this card. I just strictly speaking from the point of view of a noob, of a new player. So like, I'm total noob right now. So I will just basically just don't quote me on anything. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna carry on. So 3 mana, 2/3 reach. Whenever high rise, so jog blocks a creature with flying high rise, so jog gets +2 until end of turn. So basically it's a 4/3 against the flyer, so that's good. Alrighty. Although I probably nobody going to play this card, but for like a draft, that's might be like really, well, this is actually amazing for the draft. From the draft point of view, so this is like a dead card. This is like great card. This is great card as well. I really wanna dive into the draft because I always was like really low player at drafting, but probably because I never considered to actually learn the cards before the drafting, so probably that was the issue. If you don't know every card, that's probably it's not really good idea. But although I'm going to play tomorrow draft anyway, just don't give any monkey about it. Like I'm just going to crack on tomorrow, regardless. I just wanna dive. I just like really excited and pump out. That's why I'm probably talking like it's already 10 minutes and we just one booster. Okay, I'm just gonna speed up this, guys. Sorry about that. Creature, excusez-moi. Create a treasure token when we tap for 4 mana. I think it's like a useless card, but I might be just mistaken. Sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, which is a treasure token with some new graphic. But 4 mana, 1/4. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't really want to play it, although I don't know. Maybe somebody want to play this. And what we have here, we're having the mythic, the first mythic. Urabrask Heretic Praetor is a 4/5 mana. And it's the 4/4 haste legendary creature through Exam Praetor. Oh my god, sounds crazy. Looks, I don't know how I can basically, well, stretch the words for the picture because it's looking like a nothing. Although it's a haste. Okay, so 5 mana for attack haste. Not so exciting, but what we having? What's the text on the card? At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. Alrighty. You may play it this turn. Alrighty, that means we need even more mana though. So at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, the next time they would draw a card this turn, instead they exile the top card of the library. They may play it this turn. Okay. Just give me one more time. I just need to process this in my brain. So at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You might play it this turn. So basically, this text, this ability, is basically will boost us on the next turn, which probably that might not be the case, right? Because that might be just removed and died. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, the next time they would draw a card this turn, instead they exile the top card of the library, they may play it this turn. So basically, it's exiling the top card from the library, and then you may play it this turn of your upkeep. I mean, I totally understand, but I just totally also don't understand what we are going to combine this, because like I said, I'm a new player, so I don't know what's the mechanic additional, you know, combo stuff to this card. So right now, from like a strict, like a new player, it's just kind of like I don't really want to play it. But although probably it's like a great card, I think so. I think so. It's a great card. Okay, I don't want to open 10 also, but although I mean I want to speed up obviously the process, but. Right now, like I said, I'm excited. I don't know. Just the cards. So for me, it's like everything is new, like totally new. Most of you guys probably just read through like probably 5 times every color, and then right now we're just basically aiming for the rare, for the mythic. So that's back in the days what I've done also. Like before I opening the pack, I already knew what I want to find in it, and after like a split seconds, I knew like, oh my god, okay, it's shitty. And I just can open like 20, 30, you know, a few of the boxes and basically just, you know, trying to get that card what we really want to get to our deck. But right now I'm actually totally opposite. Okay, so we're just going to read from the commons. Maybe we'll be faster though. 1 red, 1/1, Gold Hound. First strike, Menace, sacrifice Gold Hound, add 1 mana of any color. That's a great though. We can attack on the second turn if the opponents don't have anything, although there's a first strike, so it's even greater though. The Menace is great because a creature with the Menace can be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, so they need to be 2 on the table. So we have a tool to attack, but the most important part is actually to sacrificing to having that additional mana, so of any color, so it's like a really great fixing tool, right? So I think also this is proper card for the draft, although we don't really want to play anyone once on the draft scenarios, just simply because they don't really have any impact on the game. Antagonize for 2 mana, target creature gets +4/+3 until end of turn. Is it amazing, isn't it? For the draft, yeah, why not? For the standard, probably nope. Just simply, although for the draft might be like a crap as well. Because if we're actually targeting our creature, but then somebody is going to use the removal, we're losing 2 cards, and they're just losing 1 card, so this is not really good ratio 2 to 1, right? So, well, I don't know. Might be some use for the blue and red, obviously. So for the blue-red to pumping out something probably is going to be like a good tool. 2 mana, 1/1 flying, lifelink, and for 4 mana EU, and target opponent each draw a card. So I don't know about that. A Crooked Custodian for 2 mana. Crooked Custodian enters the battlefield tapped. So yeah, I mean, not really, yeah. Incriminate for 2 mana. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by the same player that plays sacrifice one of them. Well, that's alright though. That's like 2 mana. Using 2, you know, big creatures or 2 important creatures, let's say. That's really great. And then we have the Vampire Scrivener for 5 mana 2/2. So like the stats value is like really crappy, but we have in the flying, whenever you gain life during your turn, put a 1/1 counter on Vampire Scrivener, and then whenever you lose life during your turn, put a 1/1. So gaining and losing life, we can boost this Vampire, so that might be like really buffy, really huge, although I don't know any, you know, other stuff how we can combine, so we're just gonna leave it. And then we're having like a first multicolor card, which I have no idea what's that. I really like the blue and the black, and if we somehow can get some fixing with the red, we obviously can play this card just with a black-blue, or even white, blue, black with some, you know, fixing with the red, which is, I mean, the fixing is great, but that's just what I try to say. I don't really know the value of this card. Is it actually good to splash this red color? We will see that in a minute, because it's look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 1 of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So speaking on the first bullet points, I might clearly say, like, on the control deck, that's splash red, just for looking at the top 5 cards. We're usually looking for something specific, right? For some new Wrath of the God, and this is the card I'm looking for too, although I don't remember the name right now, but this is 4 mana, is some close to Wrath of God card, mass removal. And the second point is each opponent lose 3 life and you gain 3 life. Yeah. Well, although this is combined with the Vampire, if we really fancy though. And the Maestro's Charm deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So, I think nothing exciting, to be honest, but although I don't know. Okay, so we see what we got here. We're having, it's a 3 color, am I right? Green and white and blue, although we can play for 3 whites. Yes, I'm right. Am I right or am I right? So we can play 3 white, but it's easily, it will be easily fit to the white blue, white green. So yeah. Legendary creature, Cat Citizen. So as you remember, the last card was the addition, I mean, to the Citizens, so we can boost +3/+3 was the Citizen, so we have the Cat Citizen, so we already have some idea, like we can play white and green. And the Rigo Streetwise Mentor enters the battlefield with the shield counter on it, so I already like it. I mean, I'm just going to play it. Just it's a white. That's 4 copies. We'll see in the minutes. But we have the counter shield, which is like really great tool, right? Because if this card is going to either hit by the defender on the combat damage, the creature which is blocking do nothing to us. Also, if it's going to be used any spell as a source of removal spell, the counter shield is just going to be removed. So this is like really great stuff. Whenever you attack a player or planeswalker with 1 or more creatures with power 1 or less, draw a card. Oh my god, we're actually having the card for 3 mana, and when we attacking with the creature with 1 more creature, so we just, for the aggro decks with drawing additional card, I think this is just for white winning. We can just play it for white winning. I mean, we just definitely I want to build the aggro, and just new player, I want to build the aggro. This is going to be aggro. And again, the vampire, which I'm not really fond of. Oh, actually, I read this. Oh my god. I'm so confused. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're just going to jump to another. I almost read everything one more time. Okay, though. So we're getting our wild cards. And do we have... No, I just thought I have something fancy for white and blue. Although that might be a really good card. So we're just going to jump from the right side, which is the deal gone bad. For 4 mana, target creature gets plus Schism 1, -3/-3 until end of turn, target player mills 3 cards. So this is really great, although I don't really fancy or fond of Mill Mechanic. So that -3/-3 as a removal, 4 mana, but for the draft also, this card is, I think is useless. Nobody is going to play like 4 mana -3/-3 because, well, everybody just rather to use some removal, right? Just simply removal. So we have the Mayhem Patrol for 2 mana. Patrol. Not Patrol. Anyway, 2 mana, 1/2. We have the Blitz, the first card with the Blitz mechanic, and the Blitz is if you cast the spell for its Blitz cost, it gains haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So we either can play this for 2, and whenever Mayhem Patrol attacks, target creature gets +1 until end of turn. So either this one or either the other one, for like if we really want to do the red aggro, although I don't know, this is going to be like really good. But with that being said, also we have the Menace Mechanic, so this card need to be blocked by 2 creatures. And the Blitz, it's really great just simply because we just don't really want these cards on the mid, during the mid game. For the late game, obviously not, so we just rather to just basically attack for whatever sake, just to basically simply to cycle this card, basically, because we're just going to draw the card. So that's obviously the great mechanic in some scenarios, for some cases. Ominous Parcel, 1 mana artifact. For 2 mana, we can sacrifice Ominous Parcel, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it in your hand and shuffle. Unfortunately, it's for put to the hand, not on the table, so, but still. I mean, it's great because for 1 mana and artifacts, so we can combine with some Planeswalker, which is like draw 2 cards and just discard the artifact. I forget the name, but you exactly know what I'm talking about. And then we have in 5 mana sacrifice Ominous Parcel. It deals 4 damage to target creature, so even better though. Like in some cases, we can just keep it on the table. And then we have some fancy land. Waterfront District, which we already had it. Yeah, was that, or was the white blue? Although they're both the same. And then we're having the sacrifice the land and draw a card. And this is really amazing mechanic. I will play 4 of those white and blue right now. I will try to get, just simply because at some point in the game, and usually when you're playing the control with like 20, we're just gonna say 24 to 27 lands at some point in the game, 7, 8 turns, sometimes you just don't need those lands. So it's like really good stuff to be able to draw that additional card, because you know, in some cases you don't having anything on the hand, and also you're drawing another land, and then you're just, you know, questioning like your existence with as the Magic player, like what's going on? Playing a land, nothing happening. So that might be that extra boost of getting something which is valuable. Alrighty, and then we have the Celestial or Celestial. I don't know how to supposed to spell it, but you know, Celestial. I'm just gonna say Celestial. Regulator, and we have 3 mana, and the colors of this mana are like my favorite colors. Like I said, white and blue. Also, I like to add the black, so black, white, and blue. That was my favorite colors back in the days. That might be changed after a couple of months. We'll see about that. But anyway, it's an angel. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff about the angel. I'm just assuming from the reading every white card from this expansion. So we have lots of angels, which I really like it. I'm even considering, and I wanna do the angel deck, but we'll see about it. So we have the flying. So the angel's supposed to have the flying, right? Unless they in the hell. And when Celestial Regulator enters the battlefield, choose target creature you don't control and tap it. Okay, I'm fine with that, I suppose so. If you control a creature with a counter on it, the chosen creature doesn't untap during its control and next untap step. Oh my god! So this is like 4 copies and this is common. This is crazy. This is like just mind-blowing. We're just playing the card for 3 mana. We're having the flyer with 2/3 and we're permanently tapping. Because obviously we are going to have the counters. We are going to have the counters. This is bonkers. And you see, this is just a freaking common, guys. Jesus. After I will finish this, then I will try to do some quickie white-blue deck, and probably that's going to be tomorrow, just simply because I don't have that much time. I need to go to bed actually from I have like an hour and a half for recording and playing, so I might not even play tonight, unfortunately. But after tomorrow I finish the work. It's going to be a Friday draft, Friday maybe even 2 drafts or 3 drafts, and Saturday and Sunday I will just carry on because I'm really excited about Magic the Gathering again. So that's amazing. 3-color card, Crew Captain. So we're having the Human Warrior. It's not a legendary card, so we can play several copies on the table, obviously. And then we're having the Haste for 3 mana. Nothing exciting yet, but the Crew Captain has Indestructible as long as it entered the battlefield this turn. So we have like first hit we are Indestructible, but we want to play this with the trample anyway. We want to do some addition to it, so like a 3rd turn, boom, 4 into the face, or 4 to obviously maybe excuse them, not to the face because they're obviously going to be a blocker, but they're not able to remove this with the spell because it's indestructible as long as they use the exile spell. But I think it's great. I think it's really great, and I honestly, if I will be drafting, I even will draft this. Yeah, it's really great card. There's lots of fixing in this expansion, I think so. Just assume from the lands what I've seen it. So probably the drafts might end up with 3 colors, but we'll see. I don't know. Slip out the back for 1 blue is an instant spell. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature, and then you might think, and then it phase out. So so phase out permanents that phase out. And anything attached to them are treated as if they don't exist until the start of their controller's next turn. So we either might this just simply what we can do this before the combat phase to just phase out some big threat, but although ultimately we can do this as well on our turn as like opposed to we attacking, and we can just want to basically switched off a creature, and that might be like our finisher. It's just 1 mana that's definitely going to be used either on the sideboards or even like a 1 copy on the like a net decks, but this is just assumption of a noob, so I don't know. Maybe somebody's going to play 4 copies of it, who knows. Okay though, and we'll see what we got here. So we have the black card with the Blitz. It's 2 mana, 3/2. And Blitz is actually more expensive than normal cost. And then we have to play 2 lives. So what's the point? Okay, we need to understand what's going on here. You may cast Tenacious Underdog from your graveyard using its Blitz ability. Alrighty. Everything, it's like, it's okay, but I don't really like the fact we need to play 2 life. Although, you know, at some point later in the game. But also, I don't really fact to play 2 life, but Blitz giving you the haste. So, white black, mass removal, Blitz to the face, mass removal, Blitz to the face. Sounds interesting. I mean, from my point of view, at least. Okay, so we're gonna do this. White, blue incoming, white, blue, and white, black incoming. And also it's going to be a white Winnie. So this is like just the decks from what I'm seeing right now. And honestly, I don't think so I will be jumping into like proper net decks or anything. I just want to enjoy myself. And probably this is like going to take me a couple of hours to read this. We're half an hour and I just crack 3 packs. Jesus. I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to be a similar card. So we are having the land, white, blue, with obviously draw the card when you're sacrificing or sucking, how you want to say, but sucking might sounds dodgy, right? So we're just going to say sacrifice. We're having some artifact creature and it's an angel, so it's going to be obviously good addition to the angel deck, which I'm looking forward to. I want to play the angels, although they probably going to suck hard, but we'll see about it. So we have the angel warrior, 4 mana, 2/2 flying, nothing exciting at the moment, but we have the 3 mana. We can play 3 mana, and the paragon of the modernity gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If exactly 3 colors of mana were spent to activate this ability, put a 1/1 counter on it instead. One more time, until end of turn. Gets +1/+1 until turn. Oh, okay. If we're using 3 mana, we're putting actually the counter on it. So, but also it's like 4, and then we need to play 3 to get 3/3. I mean, I don't know. We will see. Seems like nothing exciting, but also with putting these counters all over, you know, again, that's maybe kind of like okay. In some, you know, 3 colors decks, at least. I don't know. I don't really know what I can say. We're just gonna leave it. Okay, we're having like a prize fight, 2 mana, instant target creature you control, 5 target creature you don't control. So that's really like a commonly used removal in green, and then created treasure token. So we're actually creating the treasure token. That's a really great card. It's instant. So yep. Probably want to play like 4 copies of this in evergreen deck, although I might be wrong with this one, or the some decks are going to play maybe not evergreen deck. What we having here? So this is a land, Obscura Storefront. When Obscura Storefront enters the battlefield, sacrifice it. Okay. When you do, search your library for a basic plains, island, or swamp. Oh my god, so that's actually what I'm looking for. It's like my colors. Put into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, and you gain 1 life. Oh my god, this is like crazy good. So this is like a... I forget the name of the land. Evolving Wildlands or something like that. You know what I mean, guys. We're just basically sacrificing the land, and then we're just taking whatever basic land we want to, but we didn't get any life from it. So this is like amazing. So this is like 4 copies for the control, for the future control. Obviously, we want to play 4 copies of the land, which giving us 1 life, additional life to stall the game. Sometimes maybe a little bit more. That extra turn. That's the thing. That's those small things matters in the Magic. And then having the 3-color card, but I'm just going to read this in the minute because I just want to basically read this one first. So this is the artifact treasure. Treasure? I've never seen the treasure. Maybe that's the new thing, but maybe also, I don't know. Glittering stockpile. 3 mana, 1 red, 2 colorless. Add 1 red mana, put a stash counter on the glittering stockpile. Okay, so we're getting a mana, we're putting some counter, it's a stash. Sacrificing glittering stockpile, add X mana of any 1 color where X is the number of stash counters on glittering stockpiles. Obviously that's like a really good fixing tool, but just don't ask me who is going to play and which deck. And then we have the Obscura Charm, which with the colors which I'm excited about. It's my favorite colors. Instant, choose 1. We're having the instant speeds. So it sounds great already. Return target multicolor permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Yay! Exactly. That's what we want to play. Return target multicolor permanent. It's already amazing. This card is already amazing. Counter target instant or sorcery spell. There you go. 2 amazing things. We can take out something what we need, or either we can, you know, counter spell instant or sorcery, or destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. This card is just no-brainer. Oh my god. And this is just and uncommon. So you see, but this expansion is crazy. It's like, I mean, back in the days when I used to play as Apocalypse block or Invasion block, I don't know what block was it, but there was like a Desolation Angel and Windicates and Wrath of God and such. And actually, that wasn't a Wrath of God. I think that was something different to use. Route was called or something like that. So like a Wrath of God, but with the instant speed. So what I tried to say that there were crazy cards back in the days. Right now they're not that crazy though, but still, this is a really amazing card. This is like definitely we want to play this. I mean, I don't know how about you guys, but I'm going to play. And this is actually kind of like meh. Although if you're playing like as a middle deck, if you're playing the middle deck, maybe, but with like a big maybe. So 6 mana, target player means half the library rounded down, but we have the casualty cost, which is 2. As you cast the spell, you may sacrifice a creature with power 2 or greater. So obviously we suck in that creature for 2 with the value, excuse me, power 2. And when you do copy the spell, and if it has any targets, you might choose new targets for the copies. Obviously, we milling this deck 2 times. Obviously, only for the mill decks. It's 6 mana, nothing really too much exciting, I might say, but also probably if you're like a really good mill player and you know the stuff, so maybe that's the way to go. I think the people will use that anyway, despite the fact it's just like mediocre or like really crazy good, but it's 6 turn. You might be dead till 6 turn from the aggro. But for like a purely casual deck, which I'm going to play only casual decks right now, I think it's great. Although there are much better rares. That mass removal, which I forget the name, the white one. That's what we're looking for. I mean, at least I'm looking for. So we're just gonna jump into next booster pack. I'm getting the wilds. Not that much, but we're getting some of them. Okay, so another angel, Celestial Regulator, which I'm going to play because it's crazy good. Although I need to just figure the way to put the counters, or just have a creature which is for like 2 mana or 1 mana with counter on it. And then we're having some 5 birds citizen with 3/3 flying ones. Efficacy server. This card was actually as a wallpaper when I started to play. Enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life for each other creature you control. Yeah, no. I mean, really slow tempo card, isn't it? So, although if we really want to boost our life, because we need to boost our life to be more than 20-ish to trigger some effects like this, the angel with 27 life, right, to buff all our creatures. So I might say no, but in some cases maybe that's the way. Like 2 copies of this, 5 turn, and having like 6 mana, because we are having like 6 minions. Well, you gain 1 for each other creature. Each other creature. Okay, though, Sticky Fingers, 1 mana, enchantment is aura. So enchanted creature has menace, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, creates a treasure token. So that's good if we are able to utilize this. When an enchanted creature dies, draw a card. So yeah, I think it's great for aggro highest decks. Sticky Fingers, extra mana to throw, you know, from our hands to the table faster than minions, drawing the cards. So I don't know, I see like I would try to put 4 copies of this, because that mana is like the treasure, sacrifice the artifact at 1 mana, because this is like really important part, right, in aggro deck. So you already see another way to do aggro deck. So what I will try to do at some point is to just achieve maybe a platinum, at least with my decks. I'm hoping for higher, but right now we'll see. I just need to read the cards, understand the mechanics, and it's like colorful and lots of text. So we're just gonna leave this as a last bit. We're having the wild common, which is great, and the Illuminator of Virtue. So for 2 mana, 1/1 double strike. Whenever Illuminator of Virtue becomes the target of spell you control, it connives. So yeah, we're just going to boost this card from using the spells. We can target this card, use some nice buff, and then what we have? We have connive, which is to have a creature connive, draw a card, so we're drawing a card, and then we discarding a card. If you discard a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. So there you go. So that's going to be definitely 2/2 with some addition of whatever fancy you are, and we might end up like double strike, 5/5 with trample, whatever. So yeah, it's great. It's great because every time we just going to target this card, it's going to be boosted. Although I think without like a shield counter, it's still like really weak due to fact to use any removal on it. But I think like the idea behind it is great. We'll see actually this card is going to be playable. And then we have the Windshield Agent for 3 mana, 2/3. Windshield Agent enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it, so that's, I guess, great. And whenever Windshield Agent attacks up to one target creature, gains flank until of turn. So we can basically give the flank for whatever creature we want to. Although I don't really see like really exciting about this card. This is definitely not the first choice I want to play it. Although there might be sounds. Or like it's a great card, but I don't know about that. So we have the Glamorous Outlaw for 4, 5, 6 mana. Jesus. 6 mana, okay. But like I said, in this expansion, the fixing is not that hard. We have the Vampire Rogue. We have the when Glamorous Outlaw enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you scry 2. So basically, we're just dealing 2 damage to the opponent and scrying the 2. So that scrying the 2 is really the great deal. But on top of that, we're having like 2 mana. If we're paying 2 mana, we can exile Glamorous Outlaw from your hand. Oh, actually, if we're having on the hand, okay. And the target land gains at 1 of Yadiya until Glamorous Outlaw is casted from the exile. Obviously, Yadiya, blue, black, and red. You may cast Glamorous Outlaws for as long as it remains exile. Okay, so I need to digest this. So one more time. We are never going to play this as a spell from the hand. We always want to exile this for 2 mana. To basically target the land. And then this land will give us blue, black, or red. Although I just don't understand. Target land gains at blue, black, or red, so we can get 2 mana. No, probably no, that's not the thing. This is like just the fixing tool, so we can just choose the lands to get that proper mana. So if we have the white one, we're just going to we need the blue, we're just gonna take the blue from the white, and then this card is exiled, and you may cast Glamorous Outlaw for as long as it remains exiled. So we're just going to play this later on in the game when we have proper amount of mana and the colors as well to play the card, to deal 2 damage, and to scry 2 cards. And I think this card is great, but although I don't know it's going to be played. Okay, so that was it. And then what we're having here, we're having some 3/6/4 Menace Ogre Warrior. Whenever shakedown heavy attacks, defending player may have you draw a card. If they do, untap shakedown heavy and remove it from the combat. Oh, okay, so we're still having the blocker. So that's actually great. That's really great way to draw a card. So I like this card. I really do. I really do. 1 second, guys. Here I am again. Okay. So I really like this card. Nothing happened with my headset. Stop working, although I don't really need the headset. I clicked accidentally. That was the last card. Okay, we good. Okay, going to crack another. I just clicked accidentally. I don't wanna do that. Okay, though. Getting another wild cards. So what we have here? Fake your own death. We have the instant spell. Until the end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and you create a treasure token. Just give me a second though. So until end of turn, +2. This creature dies. Oh, okay. So when it die, we will return. So that's great. And also we having the treasure token, so that's definitely going to be seen, this card. I mean, I can even consider to play like 2 to 3 copies of this. It's a great, although I don't know how we can play the black aggro, but maybe there is such thing like black aggro, isn't it? So black aggro, black red. I think it's a great card. 3 mana, 3/2. Creature, Devil Citizen, Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control with your Roast Master, deals 1 damage to each opponent. How exciting is it? And no, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, addition to the aggro, I know it's 3 mana, but still, that's 2, 3 extra, you know, points of the burn might be just. That's the thing. That's the magic. 20 life. 20 life, easy peasy. Rocks Pummeler, 6 mana. We're having the shield counter, we're having the trample. Rocks Pummels enters, Pummeler. Enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. I'm already happy about it. Rocks Pummeler has trample as long as it has a shield counter on it. Okay, so we're having just 1 turn. I mean, I don't really want to play this card because the cost is too expensive. 1 mana enchantment aura, finds guidance. Enchant creature get +1/+1 for the aggro deck. For the white Winnie, that might be a good thing. You will see. I mean, we will see in a minute because I don't know what's the rest of the text. You may cast Raffine's Guidance from your graveyard by playing 3 rather than playing its mana. So basically, you have opportunity to play this from the graveyard all the time. So I think that's like a very good card, but I don't know, I want to put like 4 copies, but definitely like 2 copies, why not? And then we have the Death Touch, the 2 mana Pashino Citizens, obviously for the mechanic for the citizens, Innovators, Initiate, and we are having some ability which is gains Death Touch until end of turn. So yay. Okay, that's okay card. It's okay-ish. And we're having Tavern Swindler. Tavern Swindler for 2 mana. Is a human rogue. Is 2/2. Pay 3 life. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, you gain 6 life. So I mean, sounds. Oh, it's pay 3 life. Sounds like I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's the reason behind it to losing the life. Although there might be some cards which will support this card. And then we're having the Citizen Crowbar, which is 2 mana. It's artifact equipment. When Citizen Crowbar enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, then attach Citizen Crowbar to it. So basically, we just playing we just playing the card for 2 mana, and we're creating instantly the creature, which is already equipped with this. So 2 mana to 2 on the table. Although we have the equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has sacrifice Citizen Crowbar, so we can actually sacrifice this crowbar, this artifact equipment, to destroy target artifact or enchantment. And I think lots of decks are going to play this just simply because we're having the destroy target artifact or enchantment, and in some cases we can actually use this card as a blocker, and then just equip this later on to some other card. Okido. So that was it. Just going to, well, I'm saying right now I just want to speed up, but the thing is, like, I just need to read for myself and understand. So like I said, tomorrow I will just probably showcase or tell you guys what I had, what nice rares or mythics. So having the Gala Greeters, they greeting us, greeters, for 2 mana, 1/1. And it's a creature elf druid. Probably it's going to be like a green aggro, but I don't know. We have the alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. So we're just choosing one of those 3 bullet points over there. So we have a put a 1/1 counter on the Gala creatures. So it's going to be 2/2. Or they create a tapped treasure token. Yay. Like ramping if we want to, and you gain 2 life. So that's like, we don't really want to get like that 2 life. I just want to read this one more time. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Right. That alliance effect is actually triggering all the time whenever another creature enters the battlefield. So we can play 3 creatures after this one to use whole value of it. Or, well, I think like 2 creatures after this one, because that you gain 2 life is not really like important thing, isn't it? Okay, anyway, so we're just going to open another one. Yeah, at some point, obviously, I will do like much faster opening, because the next time I will try to prep myself to read everything, because I just read the blue and the white, so I'm not familiar. So that's why it's going to be like really slow opening, but well, what can I say? And Daring Escape, 1 red, target creature gets +1 and gains first strike at the end of turn, screen 1, so really self-explanatory. Although a great tool for red and blue, I believe so, to boost out the other creatures. So Cabaret Initiate, 1/2, Cabaret Initiate gains double strike until end of turn. I think it's also great card. Because we can probably boost this up and then having the double strike. So that's great. Run out of town for 4 mana. Instant, the owner of the target non permanent put it on the top or bottom of the library. Puts it on the top or the bottom of the library. Just give me a second, guys. So he's actually choosing, right? So he can put this on the top or on the bottom of the library. So I don't know about that. I mean, in some cases it seems okay, but probably, I don't know, 4 mana? Not so much, isn't it? And then we're having the card which we already read. We understand, I mean, at least I understand. Ready to rumble, 5 mana, choose 1. Ready to rumble, this 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker for 5 mana. And the sorcery speed. And the destroy target artifact, so this is like sideboard card. I don't want to say like a useless, I'm just going to say a sideboard card. We're having the green card for 6 mana, 6/6, and it's human and it's citizen. When cleanup crew enters the battlefield, choose 1, so we can choose between destroy target artifact, enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard, or you gain 4 life. So also I think this is like sideboard card, just to have something for later on in the game for some artifact, lots of artifacts decks, lots of enchantments, some answer to some exact specific card. Because other than that 6 mana, but also if we're playing the ramp, maybe exile target card from a graveyard. No, I don't think so. Like artifact enchantment for life. I don't know, for the ramp to getting the life, not like, I'm not really fancy and excited about this one. So we have the Ledger Shredder, which is 2 mana, 1/3 flying, and whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder connives, so we can basically draw a card, and if we are able to discard a non-land, we are just putting +1/+1 counter. So this card is really great, although I don't really have any idea of how I want to do around this card, like what's the deck. Does a mono blue, is it the control going to be a good, but we're just going to try something, obviously. And the next, the 43, Jesus, I know, I slow. Usually I'm fast, but not anymore. The Magic, I will be like a slowest person to play ever. Okida, so the green card, 5/4. Whenever freelance muscle attacks or blocks, it gets XX until end of turn, where X is the greatest power and or toughest among other creatures you control. So that's really great, but we probably need like well, firstly we need a trample, and then secondly we need shield counter, excuse me, because there's no other way. Like this is going to be like we're just not going to attack this, and this is just basically is going to be removed just instantly. So what we having here? We have some creature ogre warrior for 5 mana 4/4 whenever Pugnacious Pagilis. I don't know, excuse me how to spell it, but you know exactly what it is, so just gonna leave it like this. Pugnacious Puglis. Okay, attacks creature tapped and attacking 1/1 red. Okay, so when we attacking with this, we create a tapped and attacking 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So 5 mana. Nothing really exciting, to be honest. I mean, I rather to play this for the blitz costs, I think. Like, not really excited about this card, but also we'll see about it. So what's the rest? So we're having some white card, and then we're having the 4 commons over there. We have the Jetmine's Fixer for 2 mana 2/2. So I really like it. So what we have the ability? What's the ability? Jetmine's Fixer gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If mana from the treasure was spent to activate this ability, put a 1/1 counter on Jetmine's Fixer instead. Okay. So we need the treasure tokens. And then we having +1/+1 until end of turn, and on top of that we putting the counter on it. So that's amazing. Come on, and definitely you wanna play this as a green and red player. Although I don't know the rest of the cards what you wanna play, but definitely that's the one. Cut Warrior. Okay, so that's the card we've seen already. And then we're having something new, destroy target creature for free, so it's a murder. Although it's not that new, isn't it? It's just some reprint. The murder was the thing, isn't it? Definitely lots of black decks is going to play this. And then we're having the Warm Welcome, which is the instant for 3 mana. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and then put into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in the random order. Create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. This is freaking amazing because we actually playing this on the opponent turn, so we can block like huge monster. We can actually take the creature this on the ramp decks, although I don't know how they will be constructed or whatever, but definitely I want to play this card. I want to play the deck, some ramp deck already with that card. And we having some card which I have no idea how I want to use it, so because it's 6 mana, so okay, enchantment. So it's Arcane Bombardment, and we're having the ability. The text is whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn. So basically, we don't have any mana because we tapped already on the 6th turn, and then on the 7th we're just going to play something. We're just going to exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. So we need to play some like really combo, dodgy, mana value, I don't know, 7+ spells to copy that to have value from it, because I don't really see, you know, the value to playing a shock, although I don't know there's such thing like a shock in this expansion, but you know what I mean. I don't want to randomly play the card for 1 mana, right? Do I? So there might be some nice and tricky way to play this card. The copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of the copies without playing their mana cost. So that's what I meant, like some huge value playing without the mana. Just wanted to read this one more time. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card as random from your graveyard, then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. So we're actually exiling, and then we're copying that, and then we're playing for 3 mana cost that exile card. Basically it's removing from the game, although yeah, it's removed. It's not going to be like we can play this exile card one more time. That's what I meant. So yeah, I really wish to see somebody are doing the deck around this, although I might have maybe some fantasy and just create my own. We'll see about that. Okay, so next pack it is. It's an hour and I just opened the 9 packs. How come? Okay. So the land with sacrifice, the 1/1/1/1/1 pay 1 life, and the cutthroat contenders gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Okay. Although this is like really no good mechanic, isn't it? 4 mana to 2, and then we're having the Dapper's Shield Mate enters the battlefield with a shield counters on it, so that's great. As long as it's your turn, the Dapper Shield Mate gets +2/+0, so you're actually attacking 4 with 4 power with the counter shield on it, so that's okay-ish. And the green card, which we've seen already, and the Crocodile, it's 6 mana for 6, and we have this Sewer. Crocodile can be blocked this turn. It's 4 mana, although we can play this ability for just 1 blue mana if we are... This ability costs 3 less to activate if there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard. So for multicolor, I think this is a great card. This is a really great card. There's definitely going to be some deck with like lots of commons and stuff, and we can just play this because it just simply can't be blocked. So blue, green, I don't know what colors. Need to be 5, so you need to play 5 colors. But we have like lots of fixing in this deck, so in this expansion, so probably we're going to play. Then we're having 3 color cards. Choose one. Cabaret Charm. This damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. Okay, so that's for some aggro deck. It's going to be good. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. So overrun with the trample. So this is amazing. So this is even better than the last card, the multicolor card. Create 2 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. Obviously 4 copies of this, and we just want to go with the flow. We just want to go like a white, green, and splash of the red just to be able to play this as an overrun, as an addition to creating new tokens and the idea or the removal. So that's really great, amazing card. Then we have the legendary creature, which is uncommon, and we have the 3 colors, and it's at 2/3. And when Lagrella. Season 1. When Lagrella, the magpie, enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until Lagrella leaves the battlefield. One more time. So this card entering the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players. Any number? Any number? When exile cards enters the battlefield under you control this way, puts 2 1/1 counters on it. When an exiled card enters the battlefield under your control this way, of other target creatures controlled by different players. When exile cards enters the battlefield under your control, this way puts 2 1/1 counters on it. I don't know really, I mean, how I wanna play this card. I really wanna test it. Target creature exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players. When exile card enters the battlefield under your control, but that's the thing, like they're just going to use the removal, they just enter and they will have the additional counters on it, so. But I think it's really great disruption tool anyway, because at the end of the day they need to use the removal on this card and not on like our like huge monster, huge bomb. So I think I want to play this card, although I just don't know what colors. I mean, because we need the green, but we just probably going to do the fixing with the green. Okay, though. So we're having the rare card, Black Market Tycoon for 2 mana to 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, Black Market Tycoon deals 2 damage to you for each treasure you control. Huh? Ah? So what's so exciting about this? Just because we can create a treasure token? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a good ramping tool, right? But still, like... damage to you for each treasure token. I mean, I don't know. I'm not excited about this card. It's going to jump to another booster. Okay, though. So, for 3 mana, artifact, equipment, flash. So, flash is obviously good because you can play as an instant. When quick draw dagger enters the battlefield, attach into the target creature you control. That creature gains first strike until end of turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. We're having the first strike with the +1/+1s. And we can play as a flash, so we're using this as a removal tool, and basically our creature probably is going to survive because we just getting the first strike. More welcome, already read it, and we see that as well. This is the card I'm actually looking forward to because it's for 2 mana and it's counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater. Although 4 or greater means maybe we're just going to play this on the sideboard or maybe like a 1 copy in the deck, but still it's just for 2 mana, so it's great. Disdainful Stroke, and then we're having the Witness Protection for 1 mana, and it's Enchant creature. Enchant creature lose all abilities, and it's a green and white citizen creature with base power and toughness 1. One named legitimate business person. It loses all other colors, card types, creature types, and names. So basically, yay. Yeah, we're just having for 1 mana, making any big threat as 1/1. So obviously, you want to play 4 copies in the control, which I'm going to play this tomorrow. Or maybe Saturday, so it's going to be like a long stream, the Magic the Gathering stream, and we're just going to try to understand the cards and the mechanics. And then we are having the target creature gets +2/+7 until end of turn, and the untap it. And I know what I've done wrong here because I'm not streaming, and the next time when I will do the opening, I will just stream because well, right now I do upload this right anyway, but I just didn't realize this. So it's going to be a long, and it's going to be like really long video. Target creatures gets +2/+7 until end of turn. Untap it. So that's good. That's great. I really like +2/+7. Corpse as appraiser. Excuse me, corpse appraiser. So we're having 3 mana, 3/3. 1 corpse appraiser enters the battlefield. Exile up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard. Okido. If a card is put into exile this way, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Okay. Then put 1 of those cards into your hand and then the rest into your bottom into your graveyard. Then put 1 of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So this is like really great mechanic. It's really simple, and it's good. I like it. Okido. The Mysterious Limousine. So this is a really great card though. 5 mana for 4. We're having like a crew 2, which is the tap any number of other creatures you control with total power of 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn, and then we can attack. So whenever Mysterious Limousine enters the battlefield or attack, so obviously as was we playing on the first turn is entering the battlefield, and then we can exile up to 1 other target creature until Mysterious Limousine leaves the battlefield. So we're just basically munching, we're exiling some big threat from the opponent's table, and then the next turn when we are going to attack, we're exiling again, and yada. But basically, if a creature is put into exile this way, return each other card exiled with Mysterious Limousine to the battlefield under its owner's control. Oh, excuse me, I thought we can just permanently. If a creature is put into the exile this way, return each other card exiled with Mysterious Limousine to the battlefield under its owner's control. So basically, when we're attacking, we're exiling, and then they're just moving back on their owner control. So yeah, they will be able to attack, but at least we can remove 1 creature when we attacking, so that's not really that good, isn't it? I thought I don't know. I don't know what I thought, but I don't know. 5 mana, I think it's too expensive to be seen in some competitive deck, although I might just be wrong with this one. Okay, so what we're having here? We're having 4 mana. It's Elf Citizen, so definitely we are going to see the Citizen white and green decks. Other citizens you control get +1 +0. How exciting is it, isn't it? Whenever dining of the masses attack, create a 1/1 green and white season creature token. So obviously you wanna play like a, I think like 2 to 3 copies of this in the newest aggro deck, which is really going to be played by lots of people. Because it's like a really simple idea. Extract the truth or the truth, isn't it? So it's a 2 mana. Is the sorcery speed. Is choose one target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a creature, so that's great. A creature. Oh, we can choose the creature. And shall place walk a card from it. That's great. I wanna play 4 copies of this already. That play discard that card. Target opponent sacrifice an enchantment. Okay. Combine 4 Duruses. I don't know we can play right now the Duruses, but like 4 Duruses for extract the truth. Blue black deck, easy peasy, control to the oblivion, and then just finish off with whatever we fancy to finish off. And so I just basically what I need to check the first, just the name of the first, which means that's my first card from that expansion, right? So we're just going to read this in a minute. We're having the land and another land, so this is like the another addition to searching the land, the basic land. Right now we're searching for the swamp, mountain or island, and here we are having the sacrificing and drawing a card for the white and the green. So it's amazing. We're having the Angelic Observer, which is 6 mana for free. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each citizen you control, and it's having the flying. I just need to drink the water because I'm just yakking for an hour. And then we're just going to focus on this one. Angel Rogue, 5, 6, 7 mana, 4/4 flying. When Shattered Seraph enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. That's great. That's not probably the thing we want to play for it. So basically, we're just assigning this card, obviously, to target land. Is going to have the fixing mana. And then we can play this, obviously, from exile. So this is a great card because doesn't matter if 7 mana. There's going to be a point in the game in the control decks. Like I'm just going to play this. That basically that's giving me a fixing. Mana fixing. That's giving me the mana fixing. Just second turn, we're just going to exile. Like we're playing a third turn, the third lands, and we just exile this card to do the 1 mana. I mean, like 1 land, we're just going to fix the mana, and that's it. Okay. Evolving Door, 3 mana, artifact. What are we having here? Sacrifice a creature, count the colors of the sacrifice creature, then search your library for a card, a creature card that's exactly that many colors +1. So yeah, we need to definitely know every card in the expansion, or even every multicolor card in every set in standard to be able to, well, do some nice combo with it. Exile that card and shuffle. Then shuffle. You may cast the exile card, activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Okay. That's good. Those colors +1. So definitely is going to be used. I don't know for what card and which deck, but we'll see this definitely. Okay, I have like 1 hour and doesn't seem like I'm doing this really fast. So first, what we having? We're having some card, which is the Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain 1 life. Yay! Okay, 3 and 3/2, so that's great. To get extra life, then we're having for 3 mana, 3/1. I'm just going to leave the names. I'm just going to focus what card is doing. Exile Maestros, initiate from your graveyard, draw 2 cards and discard card. This is amazing tool. 5 mana, we're drawing 2 cards and discarding 1. What we having here? It's like 3 mana, creature human assassin. When a Raffine's silencer enters the battlefield, it connives. Okay. And then when Raffine's silencer dies, target creature and opponent controls gets XX. Until end of turn, minus XX, obviously, where X is the Raffine's sense power. So it's going to be, for example, 2. And then obviously we can do -2, -2. Okido. And I read this, and we see what we got here. And we have here actually really great, I think is the best from the Hideaway mechanic, which was back in the days. When this permanent enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest of the bottom in a random order. And every color have a different mechanic to activate the Hideaway, and the black is the best one. And I think like the 4 copies of it definitely want to play it, just simply because at the beginning of your upkeep, if you may mill 3 cards, then if there are 20 or more cards in your graveyard, you may play this exiled card without playing its mana cost. So what does that do? As when we are going to have 20 cards in our graveyard, you can just simply activate 4 of this at once. Or for an instance, we're just going to play another copy later on, and we're just going to activate this straight away. So this is like really great tool to do, like basically one more time. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 3 cards. Then if there are 20 or more cards in your graveyard, you may play this exile card without playing its mana cost. So it's the reanimation tool, sort of, for that Hideaway. You know what I mean? Like, we're just basically exiling face down some massive 5-color card. We don't care. We're playing mono black, and we basically can play 5-color card. So this is, I'm just going to test this. No question asked. This like expansion I really like already. Okay, 38. 38 first, so that's which we haven't seen yet. Is the Cat Citizen, 1 mana 0/4, and we have the ability to Broker's Initiate, has base power and toughness 5/5 until end of turn. For the control, for the wall, it's great. We're having something which is giving us +2/+0, equip creature card, which is kind of trash card, I think so. And then we're having some Bird Citizen, so Citizen is good. Flying and Flash is good. 4 mana, not so good. Supreme Protector enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. Okay, so we're having the shield counter, but also it's like really expensive to play, I think so. I'm just assuming. Oh! Obnixiel, the adversary. So that's the card which everybody looking forward to, right? I mean, I don't really know about this yet, but everybody been exciting as far as I'm concerned. 3 mana, legendary planeswalker, Nixiel's Casualty. So X, the copy isn't legendary and has starting loyalty X. So we're basically going to make a copy, Casualty X. We're just going to create the copy of this for the Casualty cost. So that's going to be having the counters. So for example, if we're just going to one more time. As you cast this spell, you may sacrifice a creature with power X. So we're just going to sacrifice, let's say, the creature with 7 of power. And then we're just going to copy this. And then other, no legendary Obnixiel is going to have a 7 counters on it. And then we get -7 and target players draw 7 cards and lose 7 life. So we can basically finish off like really fast our opponent. Because we're just going to obviously draw 7 cards to our opponent and just lose 7 life. Although we have some other stuff here which I'm not familiar with yet. Each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. If you control a demon or devil, you gain 2 life. Okay. So we are getting 2 life, or we're just getting 0 because now it's just opponents losing 2 life. So we're actually getting 2 life from it. They need to discard a card, and we're getting 2 life. So just like discarding a card mechanic is great. And then having the create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So that's probably not what we're really looking forward to. So yeah, definitely that -7 is a great tool. I think like if we are able to play this with the casualty 7, that's going to be a goal. And also with the last card, this sort of like reanimation tool, we are able to do this like really easy. Just need to put lots of cards with 7 power. And that's it. So definitely want to try this one as well. Definitely there are going to be like some sick crazy decks around this card. Because it just simply is so good. Okay though, first, so what we have here, Inspiring, Overseer, 3 mana, 2/1, flank 1 is Inspiring Overseer, enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card, so that's really great tool. We're having the land from those, you know, basic searching land and +1 life, then we're having the Gilded Pinions for 2 mana, so what does do? When they enter battlefield, create a treasure token, equip creature has flank, so that's really great for 2 mana for some control decks. You know, those treasure tokens are really good to either fixing mana or boosting the mana as a sort of a way to, you know, moxes, but well, just for 1 turn, right? Brazen Abstract for 3 mana 4/2. We're having the Vigilance, so it's not really that exciting, isn't it? But what we have in the one Brazen Abstract dice, look at the top 5 cards of your library. Okay, so that will do. You might reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in an order. So actually, we're having the value from it. We're getting the card what we're looking for to. So, but other than that, we're not really going to damage our opponent unless we're using some trample into it, because that vigilance is actually useless. So maybe this card is useless as well. Although we might see like 1 copy or maybe even 2 to just basically use that mechanic of looking at top 5 cards. Okay, though, what we having here? Red. 3 mana, 2/3, Menace, Human Warrior. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control the combat damage of play, create a treasure token. Whenever 1 or more, so basically, yeah, for the aggro decks, we're getting extra treasure token. Sacrifice a treasure token, exile the top card of your library. You might play that card this turn. So definitely for the aggro deck. Getting extra mana, exiling like 1 mana spell. We can play the spell, draw the card, yada. So that's definitely there's going to be some red deck around it. So what we're having here, I want to speed up the process of reading and understanding, but there's so much things like 4 mana, draw 2 cards and look at the top card of each player's library. So yeah, instant speed, 2 cards, then equals on the top. Probably okay, I guess. 5 mana, 4/5 reach and trample. Not really. I mean, like for the draft, probably 4 mana, 3/1 Menace when Revel Ruiner enters the battlefield. It connives. Okay, still, not really want to play this card. Then having the big score, which is 4 mana. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens. No cost to cast this spell, discard. Okay, so we're just discarding 1 card, we're drawing 2 cards, and we making 2 treasure. It's great. It's just amazing. That's definitely I want to play in the aggro. Red aggro, like I might even sell like 4 copies of this. No, but we are going to be tapped on the fourth turn. Okay, so let's say like 2 copies of this. 2 to 3 copies of this, just simply because on the turn 5th we are going to play like, you know, 1 mana additional monster, and then you wanna, you know, draw extra cards and get extra mana. So like 2 to 3 copies of this I really wanna play and test. And then we're having, that's what I read already, Dusk Mangler. So for 7 mana, 5/4. It's a creature with horrors. Additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, discard card, or pay for life. So we have like a 3 different ways. We can discard a card, we can just do lose for life, or just sacrifice a creature. And then basically what's happened is like when this creature enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifice a creature, discard a card, and lose for life. So we can actually choose between those three, but the opponent need to discard a card, need to sacrifice a creature and lose 4 life. So this is like really amazing card. Although it's 7 mana, but I think it's good. What we're having here, we're having some enchantment. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may return target creature card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Do this only once each turn. So you're just sucking something for 7 and just getting something for 6. Then there you go. So that's actually a really good card, although I don't know in which deck you are going to use this. We have the another pack. Destroy target attacking creature. Yeah, I don't mind if I do. Flank and dead touch for 3, 1, 2. That's okay because having the dead touch and flank, we can block everything what we want. And then we're having something for 2, 2, 1. When Refine's Informant enters the battlefield, it connives. So that's probably something which we might consider to play. And then what we're having here, we're having the legendary for 2 mana, 2, 1. Flank and trample. Oh my god, that's actually sounds great. Whenever Park has Pegasus, this combat damage to a player, draw a card. If you had 2 or more creatures enters the battlefield under you control this turn. Okay, so actually so the next turn, in the turn we need to be able to have 2 or more creatures, so we need to play 2 cards on the next turn, and then we actually going to deal usually this damage, and then we can draw the card. So it's okay. It's okay. I can live with this. I mean, the card it's okay. Definitely wanna play this. Why not? So we're having everything what we've seen already. Some enchantment, 4 mana, green, red. When Stimulus package enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens. That's great. We can sacrifice a treasure token and create a 1/1 green NY citizen creature token. So on top of that, to getting them that mana, we will get the token, and that's probably we will see this card played a lot. And then we're having something which is the defender. As long as not 3 there. As long as there are 2 or more counters among creatures you control, basically we can attack with this card. But although we don't really want to play something which is 2 mana for free, right? And then we're having the make it disappear for 2 mana. Is a casualty 1. So basically it's a counter target spell unless its control pays 2, and we might choose to use casualty just simply because we are seeing the opponent having like what 3 mana, so you wanna use the casualty to make him pay 4, which he don't have 4 mana, and we can counter the spell. So it's not bad at all. I mean, for the sideboard as well. Okay, so what we're having here, we're having the land, which is the forest, plains, and island. So that might be my fixing tool to getting like a splash of green. Although, like, I'm not saying I'm going to use that, but that's probably the good way to playing like you know, blue-white control with a splashing of green, and then we can actually cycle this card for 3 mana. So that's a really great way. Although I'm looking for the, you know, blue, black, and white. Okay, no. The next booster is it. Oh, my favorite colors. What we having here? The flying angel. Whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures with counters on them, draw a card. Ooh, yay! Yeah, I need to just figure it out the way of actually attacking with some creature who, you know, have those counters on them. What we have here? Instance, create 2, then draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. That's okay. That's no biggie. It's instant speed for mana. Then we have the land, which we can sack and just draw a card. Tramway station, it's amazing. Then we have some green, tinny. Enchantment, flash, enchant creature gets +2, +1. When enchant creature dies, create 2 treasure tokens. So actually, we can create 2 treasure tokens. That's great. And what we're having here, we're having just the rare wild card, which is great. I think that's the best rare you can have, right? What we're having here was that Augur of Agonize. Was that Augur of Agonize? I don't know how to supposed to spell it, but either way, my favorite colors: 4 mana, legendary creature. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. Oh my god. Wanna play this. I already wanna play it. Well, it's nothing really that much of excitement, but still. Oh, another white card. That's what I said. That's the card which I want to get the most, or the wild card. So here having the hold of for ransom. So basically, the enchanted creature can attack or blocks unless they're paying 7, and then they can sacrifice a creature and draw the card. Light them up for 2 mana, casualty 2. Light them up, deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Obviously, if we're doing casualty 2, we can copy this spell and play another 2 damage. Deal another 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker, so that's really great. Sorcery spell. And then we have the Caladon Strong for 5 mana, 2/3 with the Blitz. When Caldea's Strong Arm enters the battlefield, put 2/1/1 counters on the target creature. That's good, I guess, because that's going to be played indeed. That's green, white aggro, but the blitz cost might be great as well. Just simply because it might be a scenario when we don't really have like much spread board, so we just wanna use this as a tool to draw the card. I'm having for 1 mana 1/2 Hypnotic Grifter, Connives. This is not bad, although I think it's going to be like a mono blue deck. And then you go, Trample, Lifelink Haze. I've seen this card already. Been looking through something, but I remember this one, and I'm really exciting and happy because it's a Haze and Trample mechanic. I just don't like the colors though. I know what you're going to say. Switch, what color? What colors do you like then? I think I really want to see this card as a blue, black, and white. So yeah, but this card is amazing. I think it's just bonkers, like Trample, Lifelink, Haze. Mwah. So definitely I will play those colors just simply to be able to play this card. So it's really crazy card. Yeah, we still have 30 boosters to go. Need to somehow, some way try to speed up the process of doing this. When backup agent enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on the target creature, so that's great though, but we're having even greater though. Rare, because it's the 3 mana lifelink 3/2 whenever an extraction specialist one more time. When extraction specialist enters the battlefield, return target creature card with the mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and the rest of this text is a tricky part because that creature can't attack or block, but for as long as you control the extraction specialist. But the thing is, we can basically remove something which we can use the trigger abilities, right? Or the and other abilities, tap abilities. So it's really great card, really great card. And exotic pet is a fish. Create 2/1/1 blue fish creature tokens with this creature can be blocked, and then for each kind of counter among creatures you control, put a counter of that kind on either of those tokens. So it's like really great because there's lots of on the blue cards. I've seen it to creating those fishes and they can be blocked. So that might be something. That might be something. I will definitely try this because it's white blue at the end of the day, so why not? Create 2/1/1 blue fish creature tokens with this creature can't be blocked. Then for each kind of counter among creatures you control, put a counter of that kind on either of those tokens. So yeah, really nice card. Definitely we will see this in the decks. And there you go, we have read everything. We're having another multicolor card for 5 mana, and it's a creature of Druid Rogue. 5/3. Obviously we wanna exile this to have the fixing, and then basically when we playing this at some point in the game, we can create a 1/1 green and white season creature token. So nothing really fancy. Maybe we're just going to play 1 copy of this to be able to fix some lands, although I don't see like people is going to play this card. And then we have another Tenacious Underdog, which probably the game is sort of forcing me to play that black and I think white. I'm going to create those for rares anyway, just as soon as I will open everything here. So because like I said, I really want to play the white and blue control, so we're definitely going to see this on my channel. And I'm having the black and blue human rogue 2/2 when snooping newsy enters the battlefield, middle 2 cards. Okay, as long as 3 or as there, excuse me, I'm tired already. As long as there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard, snooping news gets +1/+1 has lifelink, so that's really great card. I think it's really amazing common, although we need to have some idea how we want to play around. 4 mana, and this spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a green permanent, obviously for the sideboard for the green against the green. Each decks return target non-land permanent and opponent's control to its owner hand, so we're just playing this for the 2 mana and the drawing the card in instant speed. Amazing tool, disruption and drawing the card. 2 mana, the sorcery speed as an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice and non-land permanent. That's alright, and each opponent choose a permanent they control that shares a type with the sacrifice permanent and sacrifice it, and we are drawing a card, so that's really good card, really good removal. What we're having here, something probably some useless card, because it's already like 5 mana to 5 and nothing doing. I mean, flash. Whenever Alvin the Covetous or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card for each player's library with a collection counter on it. Okay, and what does that do? That collection counter, once each turn you may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it. If it was exiled, and was exiled because that's the whole purpose of this card, by an ability you control, and you may spend mana as thought of it were mana of any color to cast. Okay, so yeah, we can just place 5 color card for 5 mana, whatever color we want to. So this is not really that bad, although we need to exile the top card, so we need to somehow, some way be able to put our card as a top card, then exile this card, and then there you go. Can be happy with playing whatever monster with colorful monster with whatever mana we want to play. So I don't really want to play this right now, definitely not, and I don't even know I want to play this at all. Although we're having something new here. Artifact creature is a construct. It's a free mana 4/1 at the beginning of a combat. On your turn, if you control 2 or more multicolor permanents, Gatling Butler against double strike until of turn. Oh, that's a goodie. As 4 mana, it's basically Shapeshifter Rogue, and the Undercover Operative. Basically, what is do? You may have Undercover Operative enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it enters with a shield counter on it if you control that creature. So there you go, copy, but better copy because having the counter shield. So what we having here? 5 mana for 4, when Girder Goons dies, created up to 2 black row creature tokens. So yeah, too expensive though. And then we're having 2 mana instant, draw 2 cards, then discard the card unless there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard. So the amazing tool, because we can actually draw 2 cards for 2 mana. And we're having the mythic white card, which is even greater though. Okay, so we're getting there slowly but shortly. We're getting there. We're having the land. Wow, we're having the populate. So that's the card which I forget the name, but 4 mana. Each player who controls a multicolor creature draw a card, but at the end of the day, 4 mana, then destroy all creatures. So Wrath of God, but different approach to it. Amazing. Yeah, I wanna have 4 copies of this, obviously. And then the rest doesn't matter. Just wanna control, just wanna counter and destroy, counter and destroy. And maybe a discard as well. Everything, those, you know, how you gonna call it, cancerous stuff. Anyway, Sonic Snoop, 3 mana, 0 for 3 flash. When Sonic Snoop enters the battlefield, it connives. So flash with some addition to dealing 1 damage. So what we're having here, another my favorite colors. I see like lots of multi color cards. It's a flank, it's a bird rogue, and when Nibble Larsanis enters the battlefield, target opponents reveals their hands. You choose an artifact instant or circuit card from it and exile that card. Oh my god. It's like instantly 4 copies. There's like no question about this. Like tomorrow control is going to be sick. Even though I don't know how to build like to the perfect way, but it's just going to be sick anyway. So having this some enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you do, excuse me, if you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into the bottom of your library. So that's really amazing as well. Although I don't really fancy those colors. I don't really fancy like red, green, white, those things like pure mono red, yeah, pure mono green, yeah. But I'm not saying like this, but there are bad colors. I just fancy more like control or like a strict aggro. We're having some common for 3 mana 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, we can choose either create 1/1 green and excuse me, and white citizen creature token, and then we have create a treasure token. So yeah, some another tools to creating some tokens or artifact token mana. I'm already tired. I just want to finish this. Oh my god, 1 hour 40. Grizzly Sigil, 1 black casualty, choose target creature or planeswalker. If it was dealt non-combat damage this turn, Grizzly Sigil deals 3 damage to it and you gain 3 life. Otherwise, Grizzly Sigil deals 1 damage to it and you gain 1 life. So that's fine. That's fine. I like this. Sorcery for 1 mana. It's nice card. No combat damage this time. Grizzly Sigil deals 3 damage to it and you gain 3 life. So you can actually do the casualty and deal 6 damage and get 6 life. And there wasn't any combat damage. So in the second turn, that might be like... I think there might be like aggro, black, red, and with like 4 copies of this, because I think this card is really amazing. It's really amazing card. Okay, though. Plasma Jockey attacks for mana. Target creature and opponent's control can't block this turn. So that's like really, it's really pricey. I don't really want to play this. 2 mana, 2/3. When we attack, you might tap another untapped citizen you control. If you do, we'll get +1 and we are getting the lifelink, so that's a really great card. And then we're having 4 mana for 4 with the Alliance. And on top of +1/+1, we are getting the trample. That's really great card, amazing card. Well, maybe not amazing, but it's great, a great card. And what we're having here, we're having another undercover operative, which I'm just going to try for tomorrow. I'm not going to play today. I'm just going to bed. I'm just supposed to be in the bed right now anyway. So it's gonna speed up the process a little bit. Although I really want to understand and read, because I need to read this at some point anyway. Sleep with the fishes, enter creature, or sleep with the fishes, enter the battlefield, tap enter creature, and you create 1/1 blue fish creature token with the creature can be blocked. Okay, so that's actually a great tool. We can enter on the creature and it's not be able to untap during the control untap step. Then we have it for 1 mana. Range deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. This is like amazing, although it's a sorcery speed, but still 3 damage though. And then we're having something which I'd never seen. I mean, although like I said, I didn't read like other colors than white and blue, but 4 mana 5/5 crew 5 trample. I like the trample. Whenever howler deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token for each artifact they control. Oh, okay. So like a sideboard tool might be great stuff. Okay. This is going to open 10. The last 2 I need to be sort of fast. Oh, we're actually not looking for any commons and uncommons. But I think we need to finish this right now, so that's probably the best way for me. Okay, so just focus on the cards. We have the Angel for 2 mana 2/2 Flying Vigilance. Each other Angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each Angel you already control. At white mana, spend this mana only to cast an angel spell. So that's definitely 4 of these to the angel deck. It's a great card. And this card we can take from our graveyard by playing this card for 3 mana cost, which I don't remember the name right now, but we can actually use then this card to not attack, but just to add that mana, to spend mana only to cast the angels. So I already have some idea about this. The Sanctuary Warden is a great card for 6 mana, 5/5. It's a flying. Sanctuary Warden enters the battlefield with the 2 shields counters on it. It's amazing. 2 counters, 2 shields. 2 counter shields. Whenever Sanctuary Warden enters the battlefield or attacks, you may remove a counter from your creature, and then you will just remove some shitty counter which you don't need from some other creature or planeswalker you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token source. Basically, we're drawing the card when that's going to be entering the battlefield, and we're just creating the some crappy token just to block. So this is amazing card. I probably want to play like 2 copies of this, due to the fact it's 6 mana, although I might consider even to play 3 copies of this. But we need to be able to do those, you know, tokens, those counters which we want to remove. The Cemetery, Tempering, really great card. I really want to play this. I don't know about that Urabrask. Also the Gala Greeters. I think there's going to be a great stuff. And there we go. Raffine's Tower, so that's the land which I want to play, I think so. I don't want to play like 4 copies, but maybe 3. That's a great land. After all, we're having the cycling. I might even consider to play 4. I am a noob, so I'm just going to play 4. And then we're having something which is called the Reservoir Kraken for 4 mana 6/6, although having the ward and having the trample, but the thing is at the beginning of each combat, if Reservoir Kraken is untapped, which obviously is going to be untapped, and opponents may tap an untapped creature they don't control, so they're just basically going to tap this all the time. If they do, they tap a Reservoir Kraken to create a 1/1 blue fish creature token with this creature can be blocked. So we're just going to basically, since the round 4, we're just going to have the fish which can be blocked. So that's the thing. And then we're just going to open another 10, because this video is so long. And yeah, we just want to just dive to the goodies, right? So we're having the fight riggings. Fight riggings. I mean, obviously, everybody can do this from now on, like opening the 10, but for me, it's like I need to understand the game. I need to read this, so I'm doing this like for myself as well, so it's not like the content I just, you know, doing because somebody might watch. Just doing this to basically learn the game. So the reading for me and understanding is okay. Although I'm supposed to be prepared, but next time I will try to be prepared, and maybe I will just go with just opening the legendaries, because why not? At the end of the day, I know everybody just want to see the legendaries and the mythics, not the commons and uncommons. Fight rigging. It's a 3 mana, and we have the Hideaway. So this is like, I think nobody is going to play this, because at the beginning of your combat, on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on the target creature you control. Then if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exile card without playing its mana cost. Or if we're controlling just the creature with power 7 without the counters, and that's actually going to work, so then it's okay, it's not that bad. So what I'm trying to say, like, we're just going to play the creature with the power 7, and then we can use the Hideaway, so then it's okay. But if we actually need to put the counters on some creature to make the creature with the power 7 from those counters, then they're never going to happen. But so basically what that do, this is actually a great tool, because we can put the counters on whatever creature we like to harass more, and then at some point we're just going to play the creature with the power 7 when we ramp to it, and then we can just exile the card without playing the mana. So that's actually I see the idea behind it, playing this card, and I think it's great. Another multicolor card, trample 5/4. So much text, I don't even want to read this. Okay, we're having the Blitz for 5. When dealing the combat damage to a player, look at top card of your library. Okay, you may play a land from the top of your library or cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the damage dealt from the top. Less than or equal to the damage dealt from the top of your library without playing its mana cost. If you don't, put that card into your hand. Yeah. It's a trample, so the Blitz is not that bad right now. I'm just realizing it's a trample. Luxurious Gaida Gift. Just give me 1 second. Well, this is actually the last part, right? So just give me the... Need to digest this. Top. Look at the top card of your library. Okay, so we can actually play the land from the top. Or either cast the spell with mana value less than or equal to the damage dealt from the top of your library. Okay, so damage dealt from the top of your library without playing its mana cost. Okay, okay. So the Blitz deal damage and play less for the damage dealt. Although I think at this point in the game, like 4 mana, there's going to be a... Wow, it's gonna deal like probably 2 damage from it. Maybe not. Although the idea seems like it's okay. Luxurious Guidance Gift. 1 mana, equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. Definitely wanna play this. 1 copy, maybe 2. Equipped Permanent isn't a planeswalker and is a creature in addition to its other types. Yeah, so we can actually equip the planeswalker, or either we can equip the creature. But the thing is, like, equip creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. So the angel already having like 2 counters, so we can actually do like +2/+2. But the purpose of playing this just for +2/+2 is like, meh. But although we can actually equip the planeswalker just for 1 mana, so definitely is for the planeswalker, especially with like angel decks. So every angel will get that, you know, extra buff from some other card, and our planeswalker will be angel as well. I don't know. I think like this is going to be a playable card, but although I don't really know in which decks. I have some idea right now. Some really rough idea. Iron Street Artist is like for 1/1 is a flash on its defender and it's having the highest ability, which means we can play already the our tap effect, so we can copy target spell you control that wasn't cast. You may choose new targets for the copy. You actually can choose the spell from the hand. I don't know exactly how this mechanic works, but there wasn't cast, so that means we can choose the card from our hand and the cast this card. I don't know, maybe that's the way. And we're having some funny card. Vehicle for 3 mana for free. Crew 1. Haste whenever gateway card attacks or blocks, return up to 1 target creatures that crewed in this turn to its owner hand. Okay, so we attacking this and then we have to remove the card. So this is like a really good combo already because this is like a flash on its defender with the haste. So there you go. Another 3-color land. 3 mana for 4 dinosaur vigilance. When Topiary Stomper enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap it and shuffle. So that's great for 3 mana. We're getting extra land, but what's the wrong part? What's the issue? First Stopper can attack or block unless you control 7 or more lands. So okay, that's the thing. I think it's not that bad. Because at the end of the day, we're just ramping, right? So I think like I'm just gonna play 4 copies of this. Doesn't matter. Just it's a good way to just get the land. Although I might be mistaken with this one. Another Pegasus, and I'm having the Endless Detour, which is no idea what's that. I like the picture. I like the colors. The owner of target spell non permanent or card in a graveyard puts it on the top or on the bottom of the library. Okay, so we can choose this ourselves. We can choose target spell non-permanent or card in the graveyard, so we actually can get something from the graveyard, like really huge, massive 5 colors thing, and then use that. And was a vampire, right? To basically draw the first card from the top, and we exciting that card and we can play this card for whatever colors we like to. So we're already having the combo. There you go. We're having the combo. Maestro's Ascendancy, Maestro's Ascendancy. So it's a 3 mana. I don't like the red, but we can just add some splash. And we're having the enchantment. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a creature in addition to paying its other costs. So definitely want to have some crappy tokens, zombies, or whatever. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Okay, so we have the opportunity to obviously play this, but then it's going to be exiled. And that was it. And then we are having the last 5. I mean, if I wouldn't do that 10 and 10, probably this video would be having like 3 hours. I mean, right now, at this point, I need to go to bed, so we're just going to open last 5. And I didn't even play. And I think, you know what, guys, the next time I will be doing, because at some point I want to do more of those, I will just open 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and just read everything. Obviously, to understand the all cards, to learn all cards just for myself, because it's really time consuming, right? And nobody's going to watch 2 hours video anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to do this much shorter next time. But also, I'm just learning, learning everything, how to do it, how it's supposed to be. So I don't really care about anything to read anymore. Just going to check the mythic. So we've seen that already. Quick opening, no hassle about it. Lord Xander. Xander the Collector. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7 mana, 6, 6. Vampire Demon Noble. When the Lord Xander, the Collector, enters the battlefield, target opponent discard half the cards in their hand, rounded down. Yeah, they usually with that mana value, you already like do down to 1 card, I guess, on the hand or 2. Although, I don't know, maybe like some sick control we're playing, but then they have like the way to counter this, right? Whenever Lord Xander attacks defending player means half of the library. Whenever Lord dies, target opponent sacrifice half the non-pronounce they control. So that's the only good way. So we need to actually be able to play this, but not from the hand, probably from the grave. That's the best way. And then somehow, some way, just basically destroy it. Use the removal, just our removal, to just destroy this instantly. To just be able to use the lasting. So basically, when it dies, target upon sacrifice half the non-permanent. So, but then, like, what's the point if we can use the sort of this new Wrath of God? I don't know. I mean, I just don't really know why. What's the reason we want to play this card? Honestly, I think it's like crap. So there you go. Okay, another opening seals. So probably wanna do already the deck with this guy because the 2 copies are good. 4 copies probably even better though. Oh, Titan of Industry. So that's the thing. 5, 6, 7. That's a good. I definitely want to play. Like, definitely, yeah, people going to play like 4 copies of this. Some ramp, green, red, whatever. Maybe mono green, reach, trample. When the Titan of Industry enters the battlefield, choose 2. We can choosing 2. We can choose the destroy target artifact or enchantment and create a 4/4 green Rhino warrior creature token, or target player gains 5 life. But I guess, well, that might be some case. Or I put a shield counter on a creature you control. So they usually, probably the people will go with the Rhino and the counter shield. So that's definitely a great card. Something great on the end. We'll see what's the last one. What's the last card? Another some multicolor card. Demon Dragon legendary creature. 4, 5, 6 mana, 6, 6 flying at the beginning of your end step. You may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Zaitora the Incinerator deals damage equal to that creature powers to any target, and you create 3 treasure tokens. Oh my god, so this is actually amazing because we can just stack like a 7 power damage and just deal to directly to our opponent. So that's there we go. Okay though. I was a little bit more to it. I was obviously I'm missing some commons and commons. I just opened the 20 pack straight away, but I will try to do later on in next openings because I'm gradually trying to obviously go to the standard of the Magic white card bundle. Jesus. So what I'm trying to say, just give me a second, guys. For example, if we're having the deck, you can check this way, that way. Now I just wanna go and jump into the store. Actually, into the store, into the packs. I'm just so tired, so I'm confused which label I'm supposed to click, I'm supposed to go. Packs, I'm pressing the getting the packs, right? I mean, I don't want to get any more packs, I just want to go to bed. But I'm really excited about this expansion. But what I was trying to say, obviously, my idea is actually to prep like first decks on the standard on September, because on the September the standard is going to be Innistrad Midnight Hunt, starting from Innistrad Midnight Hunt, followed by Innistrad Crimson Wow, and then we're having obviously the Kamigawa now Dynasty. Right now the new Capenna, then 22nd of September is going to be new expansion, and on the 22nd of September everything from Dungeons and Dragons is going to rotate out, which is like a really great opportunity to start to playing the standard. And also because like I said, I don't have any idea about the cards, about the mechanics, so at some point I want to buy like extra packs from Midnight Hunt, extra packs from the Crimson Wow, from the Kamigawa, because I didn't have any, and right now I just bought the new Capenna, so that's what I want to add to it. We're having 4 mythics and 12 rares. I'll be able to do like 3 sets of the rare, 4 copies, and one mythics, 4 copies. We're having 17 common, 19 uncommon cards, so that's great. That's amazing. I will try to grind like 2-3 hours on daily basis. The gold as well, so hopefully till September I will be able to do some nice net deck, because I'm really hoping for, I really want to do like 1 or 2 some really crazy good decks. But for now I will just do my thing. I was just playing casually. I was just trying to understand the game, but having lots of fun. That's definitely what I'm going to have, like lots of fun from playing the Magic the Gathering. And see you guys in the next videos. If somebody like it. If you dislike it, doesn't matter, does it? And the video is 2 hours long, so I know like there's no way, and there's no freaking way like anybody will watch this. But honestly, I mean, I thought that's like the best way to read out everything, but I just realized right now I'm like so freaking tired. So the next video I will just basically read only the goodies. So the next videos, if it's going to be the opening, is going to be like probably the half an hour tops. So yeah, thank you very much guys one more time. Have a great time with playing the Magic the Gathering. Obviously tomorrow is a Friday, so it's going to be a draft. I don't even have the opportunity to play like and create any decks, right? But tomorrow is a draft, so I'm going to do the draft, maybe 1 or even 2. We'll see about that. And then Saturday is going to be a stream, I think. So I'm just going to create and try to do my own things and be just happy with playing the game. So one more time, thank you very much guys for watching. Have a great night or great day, depends when you're watching that, and take care, and see you guys all tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be my casual noob drafting. So yeah, I will try to draft, although I have no idea how to play drafts, but we'll see. Will be fun a day. Okay, thank you very much guys one more time for watching. See you guys next video. Take care and bye for now.